I'm Ntiriwaah. I'm a product manager in a fintech space, and I won a giveaway. I think it was about what I was grateful for, and I commented that I was grateful for him. So that's my husband. That's Kofi.
I work with TDC Development Company as a surveyor.
Clearly remembered speaking to him was 2019 December, before COVID. So we have this thing in my neighborhood where every December we do like a no contribution, no chop party. That year, people really didn't want to pay, and I was looking for people to pay. Like, I didn't really care if you were going to come. I just needed the money to cook the food. And I met him on the street. I was with my brother, and then I was like, even you, I know you. I've never seen you at one of these parties before. It's this amount of money. You help us. So he actually gave double the amount. I'm like, okay. And I think even that day, he gave us charcoal for the grill. Like, I went to his house and I took the charcoal for the grill. And like around 9, the party was in swing and he wasn't there. I'm like, hey, what's wrong? She said, wait to your own back. Whatever. So I called him like, uncle, what's up? Then he came. I don't think we actually had a conversation. Because at that time, we're both in a relationship. Like, so, and he likes to make people think he's very quiet. So we didn't really. Okay. It's branding. So, we didn't really speak. So that's basically how we met. And then 2022, he had to go to do his master's. It was virtual. My younger brother and I had a side business where we write theses for people and do their homework. Yeah, so we kind of like helped him go to school. So every weekend he was at my house, working with my brother. So there were days like I would see him and would say hi and everything. But that's how like we met.
The boys in the neighborhood would all come, then we play video games. So she used to join her brother, and they come, then we play. I don't play video games, but I host them, then they play. So during that time, I had more time to chat with him.
We both don't play, so they would be playing, then we would just be chatting. And
I think that's where we bonded more. She made it clear that she didn't want a ring.
No, there was a caveat. I said, don't give me one and wait for too long. So when you're bringing the ring, you bring a wedding date. Then I take the ring.
So there was no date.
So you proposed twice. So the second one was with the ring.
The second one was with a ring.
And that was funny.
Just the two of us.
Yeah.
We went out.
Yeah.
So she put her laptop. Then I opened it small and placed the ring on it.
Right.
But later, I realized she just go and close the laptop and just later I went to take the ring and where did I put it?
You put it on top of it.
Yeah.
But it was a white gold ring on a silver MacBook. You can't see it. So as soon as I was going to work, I picked it up and it dropped. So it fell. So I saw him go down and fumbling for something. Like, what are you looking for? I laughed actually. That was very bad.
Knocking was actually to lock you down.
Yeah.
They actually locked you down.
But where was I going? The streets are wild. You had a better option. I probably locked you down, you don't know.
Wow.
I bought my kente 2018. Yeah. And as I said, I was in a weird relationship where marriage was not even a subject. But I still bought my kente. And you hear things like you use it as a mantle, so like I pray on it, I sleep on it, I pray on it, I sleep on it, I pray on it, I sleep on it. And at a point when we were actually getting married, I felt like changing it. My sister sensed it, that I wanted to change it. But the Holy Spirit, 1, and 2, my money sense. So I stuck with it. And I was in love with it. Like I looked good. Dark skin in yellow dress. So I'm like, oh, I'm wearing jumpsuits when he heard it. Like, that was the first time I've actually seen him very emphatic in. Because he's very easygoing. Like, everything, like, okay. You might say no. I started and said, hey, his countenance has changed. So let me take it serious. That gown was literally sold within 24 hours. Like, it was on Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
It was on Thursday. My friend was coming in from Nigeria with the reception dress and the wedding gown on Tuesday. I called her and was like, listen, help me. I was not saying that I cannot do it. The engagement setup was very simple. It was a pergola with the fabric work and everything, but there were no flowers, all those things. No. It was just the backdrop. I think they lift. I didn't even expect them to lift like there was a lift. You know that thing, a platform. I didn't even. I don't see that one. I don't see that one in the money.
So we got there and there was a platform.
Platform and everything, the chair, and so that was it. First, I was like, why are we doing a wedding? Like, I didn't really want the fast. I'm like, I wanted a one-day event. I actually wanted them to bring the certificate to my house to sign. But then also, the very first time I chanced on Pastor Nee on Instagram. Like, I knew he was going to be the one to officiate my wedding. Somehow, some way. I was in a rocky relationship at that time. Like, that was 2019. But like, I knew whatever it was, he was going to be the one. My sister sold my kente.
Yeah, Abby.
Ajo GH. Yeah, my God. I had people.
Would it have been possible with this?
No. And his best man, if we don't mention his name, you kill us. Quincy. Oh, we had people. Thankfully, I have friends that are like coordinators, Ishade and Nashida. So although they don't have like an Instagram, like okay, Nashida has Adish Larel, yeah, but Ishade and Nashida, like two amazing people. So they waited till January. So when we entered January, I said, okay, now I have gotten here. But the things that I could do was the caterer, the event place. I mean, it was like 10 steps away from my house. We have like an event place inside the estate. And we're like, okay, let's use there. When I was speaking to her and then I mentioned my name, she was like, no, I know your father. I'm like, so I mentioned, she was like, yes. When I came to pick this place up, he was the one who encouraged me. So she started crying. Then I started crying. So everybody was crying. And she's like, yeah, like he encouraged me and everything. And my dad passed very sudden. Like he's there on Thursday, Friday, he's not there. She was like, yeah, and I saw him, and then the next time I didn't see him, and I was trying to, like, a month later, I saw a poster for 1 week, and I wasn't sure because it's not supposed to be like that, and things like that. So she's like, okay, this is how much I'm going to give you the place for. And it was a steal. Your food, this is how much I'm going to give you per head, and it was a steal, like I'm telling you. And so, and I'm sitting and I'm thinking, God works in very mysterious ways. By December, we had bought drinks. Yeah, I literally had people that, please do this for me, do this for me. I just needed to decide what. Flora had done my friend's makeup for her before, and I was in the room when she did it for my friend's her child's naming ceremony, and I just liked who she was. Like, I was looking for people that were God-centered, let me say it like that, so it's not cheesy, but like it was very important to me that anybody that touched me in any way or anyhow like had that, lighting, backdrop, stage was all Sade and Nashida with people they've worked with before. So that one, I did honestly, he picked things. He would be sending backdrops and dance floors and things. As I said, I just wanted my husband there, and I'm cool. Of course, I'm okay. Even tablecloths, if he picked, yeah, the color and everything, yeah, with my friends. So they will send me and say, please show our husband if it's okay. For the hair like this, it was a very difficult decision. I knew there was someone I was going to wear a weave. You will not catch me dead. Naturally, on a normal day, I have a crew cut like this. I would dye it and things like that. I don't like heat. I don't like weave on band. So I knew I was going to do like pixie cuts. Now who to find? I got one vendor at the price. I said, hey, yes, and come here, suit or human hair and come cool. Then there was one person that I also knew about on the Spintex road. I'm like, oh, that's even easier because she's on the Spintex road. You hear of all these vendors being late because Patience, she lives in Dodoma. So I'm like, okay, let me try that one. Since I'm not mentioning names, I go into the salon, very not hygienic one. two. Someone used a hairbrush to gather hair from the fur. I said, I told my friend, Kusa, let's go home. I said, oh, it's cool, thank you. Yeah, I'll call you. And I sat in the car and not again. After a while, like I wasn't reaching out to her, so she reached out to me. She was like, oh, she says that I was very this thing, but because she needed to transport where she would sleep, because she said since I'm on the Spintex road and it's a Saturday and a Sunday, she would sleep on the Spintex road to avoid being late. So where she would sleep and everything. Then they calmed my heart down. Immediately after that phone call, I paid the full price. By November, I had their fabrics. Like I wanted it to be African print, like so I bought the fabrics and I gave it to them. But those same people, now Shade and Shade, I don't think I have a picture with them. No, I don't. I don't have a picture of them at the engagement. They didn't even walk in front of me. My maid of honor was beside me. Then my longest friend, Sarah, that I went to tech with too. And I think I made friends over like from the fellowship. So it was a fellowship sponsored by the US Embassy for African yearly, like different African. Yeah. Some of the friends I made there also came. So two came from Nigeria, one came from Togo, and then Cameroon, and then Benin. So those people, they walked in front of me. But like so they all worked. That's what I'm saying. So his boys, he has an association. You see the yeah. So they even led us. At the reception, they were the ones that led us in front, because by that time, my girls they were fixing fires we did not know about. Bless him, bless their heart. She also did my reception and my wedding gown, BB artistry. She was like, at a point, I think the food was late. She said, give me ladle, give me spoon, let me serve, give me spoon. Like 13 boys, 13 men. Forgive me. 14 men.
Yeah. I think Shade gave us a breakdown of the things we would need.
And then she asked, how much do you want to spend on deco?
How much do you want to spend on this? How much do you want to, what do you want to do? How do you want it?
Yeah.
So I think that helped us.
Yeah. I mean, we went a little over, but like compared to I won't say the wedding cost, the party we had, it was affordable. It's just that, I have an Excel sheet. Except me. It's maybe a week to time what we spent, I can't remember. But like I have a spreadsheet. And the cool thing about it is I think we gave our neighbors hope, like the young boys, because it's like if we can do it, then they can. I had two people that reached out to me like, oh, they'll come and talk to me, like see the prices and things like that. Well, I mean, because what do we have? But we threw a party and it was nice. When I entered my house, I was shocked. Like people, and this is the thing, Shade told us, because we know we're on the budget, we did it for 200 people.
I was actually still in the car, then my auntie walked to me and was like, do I know any rental, any other rental they can rent
hidden charges? Because the hidden charges are real. When you close from the wedding and you hear people texting you and you know that. So we did, it was for 200 people. And there was like the event place had these like really cool barrels for like cocktail setup. So we catered for like 170 people. So it was actually 197. Because someone had 9 barrels. So we planned, okay, 3 people around each barrel. So that's 27. And then 170 chairs for the tables. So it was 197. And we said, okay, since the engagement is 100 people, we'll bring 100 chairs to the engagement. And 97 will stay there. And then, so actually, no, the chairs was 170. Because the woman also had high chairs.
High chairs, yeah.
So we'll bring 100 for the engagement. And then because we are and because we are neighborhood people, I told my younger brother, please, I beg you, tell your boys that they're not coming for engagements. When the engagement closes, they should carry the chairs from my house too. Because I noticed my sisters don't like the chairs were just lying there. So the engagement is for 2 hours. When you finish, the chairs are there. So I would have rented out like 200 chairs here, 200 chairs here, and they're lying there. So, and because we are neighborhood people, we say, we beg, you should just. They ended up bringing from the reception to my house before they moved.
Fortunately, when they finished the engagement, each person.
People kind of got the drift and they carried their chairs. And I mean, the concept is if you let somebody carry their chair for you, you get
any chair to sit on. So they actually carried their chairs back to the
so it wasn't really reception place. And then the boys finished and then they took their shower, dressed. And then it was March, it was hot. If we're going to do the engagement in the
In
morning,
the morning.
it means that event place we have to do pergola again. Hey, we don't have money for that. So, and this is Sade's idea. Like do it at 1 p.m. Then 5 p.m. You're using string lights, not much. Oh yeah, string lights, dance floor, backdrop. We've closed.
That's all.
Our mothers were killing us. 1 p.m. They said
1
no.
p.m. No, but we were still firm with that.
Yeah, I think that was the only thing we were firm with. Everything else they got away with. That was the only thing. Everything else
We were
just
not okay with the time. I think we went to your uncle's place and it was like 1
Wait,
o'clock.
no, first. He called me. When my mom told him, he called me. He gave me a hard time about it. Then I said, okay, I know what to do. Man to man. He doesn't really know him. He's not familiar with him. Obe Ferry. So I said, go and talk. This guy lied to his nose about the 1 p.m. time. I was so proud of him. Kosia's sister, J-Deck Bakery. Good cake. Did we eat the wedding cake? I think it was a piece we shared.
Yeah,
that was
piece we shared that. So.
We both don't like cakes. We actually weren't going to have a cake.
A cake. So
Shade said no.
It was Lady J.
She said no. People cannot do wedding without cake. There's a whole symbol, whatever. Because we don't eat cake. We really don't. There's... She said no. Then Shade was like, no. You have to do. At least now they do dummy cakes. So you can do and do. So do 2 tiers dummy and do 1. And I went and J-Deck gave me the price of a 1 cake for a 2-tier, actual real 2-tier cake. And that's why I keep wondering, because she's my sister's friend and she really likes me. Like, I don't know. That's why if he says I'm kind, I don't know, but like, she was really, if you see the cake, so Sunday, the only thing I did was I shared cake in cups. 100 pieces. So the wedding, like, at the reception, we're so happy with everybody. We were almost starting to tell everybody that there's a Sunday wedding. Yeah. But obviously at that point, it was too late. Oh yeah, people, because it was just family. We did the whole thing, walk down the aisle, exchange vows. And at VBCI, we do personal vows. Oh, and he cried. As a girl, it's normal for me to cry by him. He shed tears. Yeah, so we did that whole thing. But when we closed. We go home. You take your cake and you go home.
The guest list.
Start from the beginning. That book we had.
We had a book. We were writing. I have a very big family. So
don't leave it like states. How many aunties do you have?
I have a very big family.
No,
14 aunties.
Okay.
Yeah. And 2 uncles. That's for my mother's side. Hello.
And they're very close.
And they are all very close.
Yeah.
They don't go
anywhere without
anyone.
So,
the 14 of them will all be there.
So
they're all coming with their husbands and children.
Yeah. And so the idea of an engagement in the living room was scrapped because you can't leave anybody outside. In my house, how big is it?
And the living room is
something like this. The old estates where they do the houses.
So there was no way the 14 of them could even sit there.
And no one would sit outside.
No one would sit outside. So we had to reconsider. Okay, we'll do it outside. We decided 300 people. If the food is finished, it's finished. If the drinks finish, it's finished.
So the tradition, we deceived ourselves and said 100 people.
Yes.
Actually, we didn't tell our coordinator. We didn't tell Shade and Ashida that we know it will be more people because we didn't want to scare her. Like, Shade is very strict. Like, tell me if it's 200 people. So she even made it specific that we should have 2 invitations.
We didn't want a wedding. It was just after this engagement and the after party. Sunday we'll go to church for Thanksgiving. We exchange the vows, sign, and that's all we end. So no one was actually invited. It was just, I think, our parents.
Our family.
Yeah.
We actually told Shade 200 people. This is it also. 200 made.
It was 200 people to be seated.
But the food was 300.
The food was 300.
And the drinks were 400.
I thought the elderly people would finish eating and leave. So that the young ones would
As I said, my 94-year-old grandmother was
everyone stayed and it was like a party.
I was shocked. When I say someone actually called me outside and said, and if I marry again.
The place Usually they close at 8 whenever they're having an event.
Yeah.
People would, like the neighborhood people would come in,
Say
complain
we
that
are
they are
making
disturbing.
noise.
So by 8 you have to close. So it got to a point around 9. I was like, would people come in?
You'd see a father or a
But
mother coming
walking
in with
to
their
the
house
DJ.
clothes to tell the DJ that they are making
They are
noise.
making noise, so he should end.
Oh yeah, my neighborhood.
But
Oh.
with ours, nobody came.
But I've
I mean, that's
invited
at 9,
everybody.
10. So that's how come it ended around
11. Oh yeah. The best thing was when I looked at my spreadsheets and I did this balance thing where this is how much we've paid. You know, you can't really pay everybody the full price. So this is how much we've paid, this was left. And then I have a column for 0. So when I saw the zeros, because I'm like, okay, we don't owe anybody. So his boys delayed. So it means he delayed in coming to where I was for the exclusives. So I had finished, I was waiting for him, he wasn't coming. And so they were trying to take single shots of me. And it wasn't working because I was tensed. So one of the best moments for me was when I was standing there and I heard his voice outside and I had come. So actually at that particular moment, I posed well. Then the photographer was like, yeah, she has heard his voice.
The best moment was the time I saw her when we were going to take the exclusive, and I entered the room and I saw her. Yeah.
I'm saying, that woman I know, baby, Timmy Black, nothing, you know, many more bottles of pet, Namsa, Kofi, and your bar. Me down spread to be catching me, sharp. Yes, it's a coffee or bandy. If he said, I am going to make out.
Who's your guy? Spyro, now only me one life. See us with day like beans and rice. I will never leave your side. I will never. I dedicate my time to you, my guy. Even if the road is rough, I don't mind. 'Cause you be my G for life. Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight. 'Cause I did yeah with my guys.
But the MC2 did well.
That guy.
Nana to 4 of City TV.
Because it was weird, right? And he just took his transport and clothes. He didn't charge us.
He didn't charge us.
I'm serious. The DJ too didn't charge us.
The DJ too didn't charge us.
Just asked us to pay for the equipment, the things he was renting. I'm saying that. So for me, that sense of peace and the things that were aligning were confirmation.
Honestly, there will be nothing to change. But everything was on point. Solid.
Not to say there weren't any challenges, but to say that the people that were with us made sure we didn't sense that there were any challenges. For me, if I would change one thing, my sweet friends that I hosted, I wouldn't be in the same space with them. Like, because I was taking care of them. They are strangers here, right? So it's like during the process, what are we doing? Where is the car? Where are we going? Like, I'm still having to take care of them, which is fine because they're my friends and they made that sacrifice of actually, I mean, it's an expensive cost to actually travel here. But I think that at a point, because throughout the makeup, the hair, like I was intentional about my atmosphere, and there were certain songs that just reminded me of my dad, and it was like crazy, right? And it was a bit weird. Like I'm like, my youngest, and that's another thing. My younger sister, oh God, chauffeur of the weekend with my younger brother. Yo, when I feel for her, I'm like, please come and pick them up. I beg you, and she picked them up. So if anything, not that it was. I mean, if they were in their own home they would figure out how to cater for themselves. But like if I had planned that better, and actually I did, but I think because of certain things, I decided to stay with them in the same space, which was fun. It was very fun. But in those 2 days, like the Saturday and Sunday,
been away from them.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll change. But I mean, it's not really a big deal. Everything was fine. I feel like to be vulnerable, right? Because you can't always be thinking, what if? That you can't. Me, I'm naturally paranoid. Like, I mean, I'm a naturally, like, I think twice about things. Not like I overwork myself with things, but I'm quick to presume, right? And so just be vulnerable, give the benefits of the doubt, and I think patience and grace, because he's patient with me. So even if there's a time that I presume or make a presumption, he doesn't get immediately offended or hurt. It's like he would explain it. I'm like, oh, that's what you mean. Because he also knows I'm not coming from a bad place. If you can't be vulnerable and assume that you are all there for each other, you would always have the second thought, like, oh, hey, what did he say? This one. And I learned from my past. So that's the other thing. Like, every relationship is a lesson. So I knew what I didn't want this to be. So it was like a conscious effort to try and not let my past haunt me, but also to make it a lesson. I think
communication.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about everything.
You should communicate a lot, and you should be more of friends.
Yeah.
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 I think that will help.